There was a few things that I wanted to hit on that we missed. There was one thing that was like a really short thing that I found interesting. When the Giants were talking to Frankie, like the other random Giants, they were like, "Oh, where are the others?" And he was like, "In the lab above the clouds." And he was like, "On a sky island." He's like, "Not exactly."
Oh yeah, I actually want to talk about that too.
Yeah, so he was so this actually gives a lot of steam to the idea that that big tree that's supposedly on Elbaf, that's like Yggdrasil or whatever, based off of it in Norse mythology, is like, that Elbaf is like connected to the Sky Islands in some way, if these guys know.
I think it's cool for two reasons for me. One, for that, because I do think that Beanstalk is it relates to the Jack and the Giant Beanstalk story where they go into the sky, and that is some relation to that. But then also in like a One Piece narrative, them being connected to Sky Islands and knowing so much about them connects them to, I think, Skypians, which is where we found more of the poneglyphs, which we imagine all these places that we're finding the poneglyphs are people that were connected to Joy Boy and to the ancient kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we already kind of knew Elbaf was connected, but seeing everything kind of flesh out, and we can see like, hey, now the Skypians and the Giants are connected to each other,
right?
I think is really cool.
Yeah, I think that's Yarouge is the last character that we need from the Worst Generation, and so like supposedly we'll get him in Elbaf a little bit. Like a lot of people are theorizing that it's gonna be there's gonna be something with Enel that comes in the next arc. There's gonna be, because he has like this is very vague with like the connection with Sky Island, but he has like the El Thor attack. And so, but also like the theories of like, oh, what's at the top of the tree is like a giant bird, I think, in Norse mythology, something like that. And so people are connecting that with like the egg on Roger's ship, thinking that that's going to be like the final ancient weapon, Uranus.
I always forget about that egg.
Yeah, you can't forget about the egg, bro. So it was just cool in this chapter just to like see them talk about a Sky Island, because like, it was kind of weird to me that like so many people knew about the Sky Islands like after the fact, after we did Skypiea, because like during that arc everybody was like, there's no way. There's
I will say though, a lot of the people that were saying Sky Islands exist are people that were like higher up in the world,
true,
people that knew about, like the people saying they didn't exist before were like Bellamy's, right? Like
people
who
like
are
like knows, obviously, like Worst Generation knows, government knows, these Giants know, obviously.
Yeah,
true that. Another thing in the chapter that I wanted to, we didn't really get to, was it was just at the end, like it was one of the little panels where it was like it showed a computer screen, because
and Vegapunk being dead.
Yeah, so it was like,
gotcha. He's flatlining.
Yeah. So I was like, oh damn. is Vegapunk
my
like
thought
actually
process
dead
of that is, it feels like then that this whole thing that he has is pre-recorded. Like,
right, yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, one, that it shows him, and it looks like it's connected to his lifeline. So his plan seemed to always be, once he dies, he's gonna reveal this information to the world, which I think is kind of like genius. He's like, well, I got no consequences for myself, might as well get this information out there.
Right. Well, another thing is that like Sanji says, he's like, damn it, Vegapunk, don't die on me. And then he's like, hey, what are you smiling about? Stay with me. Like, so he's dying with a smile on his face, just like all the other,
Vegapunk's a D.
No, they don't.
Make a D punk.
You don't have to be a D to die with a smile on your face, bro.
Well, that's the thing, though. All the people with the will of D have died with a smile on their face, except Odin. But
yeah, and
Odin is a D.
And Yasui. Yeah, Yasui is D.
Yasui could be a D. Who knows?
Oh my god, I don't think that is indicative of being a D. I think that you can die with a smile on your face without that. I think because Hiru looked did too.
Hiru looks a D.
Oh my god, bro. You're like, confirmed. Cobra didn't die with a smile on his face.
Cobra's a little bitch.
Okay, but Cobra's a D.
He didn't know that for a while.
Bro, you don't have to know. If you're saying so you think Yasui was like, oh, I'm definitely a D, let me smile real quick.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god. No, bro. It's just like a will thing. It's just like a thing that happens in One Piece. It's like, it's a, I died the right way. I died happy or whatever. Like I fulfilled my purpose. I am able to pass on to the next generation or whatever. Like he got his thing in.